Hello everyone, Quantum Nerd here, back today with another smart device review. What I have here is the Kasa from TP-Link smart light switch. We're going to be going over this light switch from top to bottom, and I'm going to show you some of the many features that this can be very useful to you in your daily life at home. Stay tuned. As you know, I'm a huge fan of smart devices. What I have here is my very first smart light switch. Kasa has been an easy choice for me. Now I know what you're asking. Why a smart light switch and not a smart light bulb? Well, that's an easy answer. Yes, I would like to use a smart light bulb for its dimmable features and its RGB effects. Sorry, I dropped the box. But for what I need it for, it's going to be something completely different. I need to be able to control a series of lights off of one switch and perform home automation with this. So that's where the Kasa smart light switch comes in. With this, I can do the same thing I can do with a light bulb, but control more lights on a series. Yes, I could have bought a pack of smart dimmable light bulbs, but these light bulbs are going to be outside. So I need to be able to control those lights outside, which are a little more environmental, condensant feel and look outside. I don't want the white bulbs. I guess I could do the smart light that can change the colors, but it would not be as bright. That's if you want to get the cheaper light bulbs. I never spend more than maybe 20 bucks on a light bulb, a smart light bulb. And that's why I went with this light switch, just pay $15. And I can, excuse me. When it really comes down to it, deciding on a smart device does not come down to functionality, but instead from the person and their needs. In my mom and dad's case, they want to have a way to turn the lights on and off outside the front of the house at a certain time. That's where the Kasa light switch comes in. It will help us automate the whole process by turning the lights on and off at a certain time, any schedule that we like. This light switch is a single pole type that controls only one location. Although TP-Link does provide a three-way light switch, this is not where we're going to be needed today. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage that shows you how to install the light switch, but the principles are essentially the same. If you'd watched my last video, this will give you kind of an idea how it's installed. So, moving forward. Now, the only difference between the smart light switch and the one I just installed for like a plain light switch is that it requires a neutral wire for it to operate. It took me some time, but I found that neutral wire. It was tucked in the back, and actually it was capped off. I was confused because it wasn't part of the old switch that was there, so I had to go digging for it. But it is there if you try to look hard enough. Now, if you don't have the neutral wire, then you might have some difficulty getting it to work. I'm sure there's some workarounds, and I even heard you can go online and find some kind of way to mod it to make it work without the neutral wire. But I'm not about to have time for that. But at least I had that neutral wire there, so we're able to use it. So yeah, did I mention that the light switch that I'm replacing is in a group of 3 switches on the wall? Yeah, so when I pulled the light switch out of the box, it already had a single plate attached to it. And it kind of made my heart beat a little bit because I was like, oh no, I bought this light switch 6 months ago and I'm just now getting to it. And obviously I'm not gonna be able to get a refund. So I took that light switch plate and I ripped it right off. Well, not exactly. We figured it out. Apparently there are 4 tabs on this plate and they actually easily come off. So I was able to pull that plate off with no problem. Installation, I give it 7 out of 10. Right out of the box, there's no installation manual. So you pretty much have to figure out yourself, or you could download their app. In this case, I downloaded the app. I hate manuals, I really do. Usually I just look at the old device and hook it up, but in this case, it's a completely different device, so I had to follow some kind of information. And that's how I figured out that was required, is with the neutral wire. When you do get your hands on the manual from the Kasa app, it doesn't explain how to actually install this switch with a group of 2 or more switches. You have to kind of eyeball it and figure this out on your own. I mean, come on, TP-Link. Not all house light switches are the same. Layouts are different. You gotta know that. Sorry, it's Memorial Day, so we got a whole bunch of noise behind me. Navigating the app is a little daunting at first. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. In fact, even the tabs don't even show me the correct pattern of how I'm supposed to navigate through what I'm looking for. It took me a while to figure out which tab had a home automation under it, and when I did find it, You have to create 2 separate scenes first just to turn on the light switch on and another to turn it off. That was the other problem I had with this. Why can't I just create a toggle routine that can turn it on and off in one go? Why do I have to create 2 separate scenes and 2 separate routines? That being said, once you figure out the app, it actually has been quite awesome. It does everything I need it to do. I have it come on at 7:30 and then turn off at 6:30, which gives me plenty of time to go to work, and the light will just turn off after I leave. And not only that, it will help you save money and time in case you forget, or if you're out of town, you can have this thing kick in and it'll turn on your lights. It even looks nice. It's modern, it's sleek. It even looks designed and built very well. It has a night light to help you find it in the dark. It doesn't actually work the same way as other switches do. With this switch, you can only push the bottom half of the switch to turn it on and off, as with another toggle switch, you could hit the top or bottom, which is fine for me. But it's got this nice little halo on it, and it makes it look very nice inside the house. When it's at night, you can find it easy. It has a nice ambiance. And also, this switch is Wi-Fi enabled. Sorry I didn't mention that before. So yeah, Wi-Fi enabled light switch. I guess I should have started out in the intro. So that being said, you don't have to do the home automation. You can actually just take your phone and turn on the light switch yourself using the Kasa app. Another convenience about this switch is that it does not require a hub. You can just connect it directly to the Wi-Fi via the switch app and your router. And I think that's a great perk because this will help you free up any outlets you have on your wall. And that's one of the things I kind of had a con about for my smart lock on my door at my apartment. So if you remember from my video, I had to plug in a separate little hub to get this to work. And although it was white and didn't really, wasn't noticeable, it was fine. It didn't really bother me as much. But knowing that you don't have to worry about having an extra hub, it's a game changer. So what's more, this Kasa switch will actually work with your Alexa or your Google Home smart devices. I do love them voice commands. I just tell Echo, turn on the front lights, and it will do that for me anywhere, anytime. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this episode on the Kasa light switch. I hope you liked it, and if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. And while you're at it, why don't you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.